The last time I filmed with a coffee in my hand in this mug was the time I spilt it all over myself. If you remember that video, thank you for sticking around for so long. We've got the Leafs on one side, but we also unfortunately have Buffalo on the other because it's from the Heritage Classic game. My friend gave me it, which I love, but now half of it looks like a Buffalo mug, so we'll keep it turned this way, shall we? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. I'm Victoria and I talk about hockey and baseball a little bit from Scotland. And if you are always here, thanks again for sticking around. I'm very grateful to have you. So for today's chat, it is very casual. We've brewed up coffee. It's decaf, but we got coffee and we're going to talk a little about my thoughts on the Lightning Avalanche Stanley Cup Final. Because this is the first Stanley Cup final that I've had a YouTube channel in, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to take any notes, I'm not going to do any kind of stats research, nothing. We're just going to talk about my thoughts on this matchup because this is an interesting Stanley Cup final to have. So to start, anyone who follows me on Twitter will know that I realistically, as soon as the Leafs were out, I wanted a Rangers Avalanche final. That's what I wanted. But Tampa, once again, have ploughed their way through all of the teams in the Eastern Conference to go through to the final, and they now have an opportunity to make a three-peat, 3 Stanley Cups in a row, which is modern hockey history in the making in itself, to be honest. But aside from that, this is arguably one of the best Stanley Cup final matchups in a long time, right? I think Colorado and Tampa all season long have been consistently good, and they are both teams that definitely deserve to be there. So I think it should make for a very interesting final. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I'm going to try and watch as much of it as I possibly can, given the time difference. So in terms of my predictions, I think this is going to be tight. I think it might go to game 7. I think it's going to be at least a game 6. I think in reality it might be a game 7, which is a super exciting prospect in itself. I just have a feeling that this matchup is going to be really intense. Each side has got a lot going for them, but I think that it could end up going to a game 7, which would be the most exciting night of hockey in like a long time, right? So in a way I hope it goes to that. It's always slightly easier when your team's not there anymore to sort of say, well, I want it to go to game 7, I want it to go to like double overtime in game 7 just for the excitement. Good luck Colorado and Tampa fans if that is the case, because I can only imagine your stress. I'm a Leafs fan, so I really can only imagine your stress, but really excited to see what happens. In terms of talking realistically, I think Tampa have the slight advantage here. They know how to win a cup, right? It's obvious. They've got that experience that Colorado don't have. So they know what it takes to get through and win a cup. They know how to block shots. They have who I think is the best goaltender in the entire world right now on their side. And overall their team is very strong and they know how to take those games that are important. I mean, they were literally 2-0 down in the series against New York and then they pull it back to take it in game 6, you know? Like, they're that sort of team that even if they let it slip for a bit, the games that really count, they're usually really good at getting them back and winning them. So I think Tampa definitely have a slight advantage over Colorado in that way. But on the other hand, I personally think Colorado have been a better team all season long. Then again, the regular season doesn't count for too much by the time you get to the final. But I would say that I think overall they've been a better standard of team. I think they're a more all-round team almost, but then again I don't think that compares to having that cup winning experience that Tampa have on their side. And don't get me wrong, I think both have incredible goaltenders, and I think to an extent this cup final is going to be all about the goaltending. On one hand you've got Kemper, who, did I say his name right? Kemper? Sorry, the accent makes stuff sound really weird in comparison. So if I said that wrong, just ignore it. I say a lot of things wrong because Scottish accents don't sound like North American accents at all. But he is an outstanding goaltender, but he is not Vasilevsky. No one is Vasilevsky. He is just out of this world. The most insane goaltender I've ever been around to witness playing. So I think it's going to be a really tall task, but at the same time, really excited to see, you know, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, really excited to see what they can bring to the table in this series. So my 3 Colorado players, I think it's going to be Kemper, Makar, McKinnon. That's the 3 that I think are going to be stand out for Colorado. On the other hand, for Tampa, Vasilevsky, obviously, as I just said, it's going to be a battle of goaltenders to an extent, so I think we'll have Vasilevsky. Kucherov and Pat Maroon are all going to be 3 amazing Tampa players on the other side. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens in this cup final. It's a stunning matchup, to be honest. As much as I'm obviously gutted that my Leafs are not there or were anywhere near there, I'm still devastated, but I can definitely appreciate good hockey when I see it. And so that's basically my prediction. Who do I think will actually take it? I really want Colorado to take it. I'd really like a change up in the winning team. I think Colorado has great potential to take it. Colorado's a team I have a little bit of a soft spot for anyway. I quite like them. I like a lot of their players. And I would love to see Kadri lift the cup. I would love to see him do it. It's always nice to see ex-Leafs doing well, you know. So I want Colorado to take it, but I think practically Tampa have the advantage, of course. But I'm hoping for a Colorado win in 7. That's my prediction anyway. Not very good at predicting, you know, scores as someone who has the Leafs in the final in their bracket every season, despite knowing the reality, because to me, loyalty comes over talking actually practically. So that's my thoughts on the Stanley Cup Final 2022. Let me know in the comments down below your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think will win? In how many games? And what players are going to be standout? Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again later this week for more hockey chats from across the pond. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys. Try to win with